Welcome everybody to another meeting of Roseburg speakers and storytellers. It is 7 a.m. in Oregon. I know where you're at. It is all kinds of times, evening, afternoon, morning. Welcome. We are going to have a fantastic meeting as usual. Please unmute yourself when speaking only. And keep yourself on camera so we can see your beautiful smiles while we are engaging with one another. And with that, I will turn it over to you, Yasmin, who is our talented president. Yasmin, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to invite you all and welcome you all to Roseburg Speaker Storytellers meeting. Yet another wonderful morning, evening. The beauty of Roseburg is its diversity. And as we see on the screen, we have people joining in from different parts of the country. So let's keep the spirit of diversity. I see we have Tariro as the visiting guest. Welcome, Tariro. We know you're also going to be speaking, so Toastmaster will introduce you at the right time. I have Rupa joining in from Dubai. Welcome, Rupa. I know you're not familiar with Toastmasters meeting, but you're very welcome, and we hope that you will enjoy the meeting. We have Stephen here with us. So welcome, Stephen. You can switch on your video if you are comfortable. And
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good to see you, Stephen.
And yeah, good to see you.
It's gonna be a really exciting meeting because one of our favorite Toastmaster is back, who will be leading us today through a 1-hour journey as the Toastmaster of the day. The lady who has always amazed me with her experiences. I know she is very fond of living life to the full extent. She is a wonderful mix of creativity and grace at one time. And you all have guessed it, right? I'm talking about the very serene Toastmaster with Roseburg speakers and storytellers, Amy. So Amy, welcome. We are so glad that you are back, and welcome as the Toastmaster of the day. Please take it over.
Wow. Thank you, Yasmin. What an intro. Like, who's she talking about? Yeah. And today our meeting is all about changes. So we are in autumn, the season's changing, we're seeing the leaves, the colors, everything around us, we're shifting. I don't know about anyone else here, but I know myself, there's been a lot of changes in the last while. Various countries and time zones and languages and everything else that comes along with that. And really, these changes are what keep us alive. You know, this is what brings excitement in life, and this is what gives us this buzz. And you know, we see it all the time. We see it in nature. Everything's changing. We have the quote where from the Greek philosopher, change is the only constant in life. And that's something that we can rely on. You know, it's something I lean on when I hear that. In our meeting today, we have two great speeches lined up, and I have my table topics master as well, who will be coming in with some very fun impromptu speaking, which is always very nerve-wracking for everyone. And I'd say everyone will get a chance to speak today too, which is going to be great. I have a team of wonderful people helping me out to navigate the meeting today. And first, I would like to call our grammarian / timer, Ayu. Ayu, would you like to introduce your role?
Hello, everyone. I will be hiding behind this timer word. And today I will be your grammarian and timer. And in case Stephen Chui is not here, I will taking up as a counter too. So first of all, as grammarian, I just put in the chat, that's our word of the day, thanks to Deja. Majestic, majestic, having or showing impressive beauty or dignity. A sample in the word, in the sentence, watching majestic eagles soar along the Mississippi River. There is no river there. Oh well. Then I will be counting everyone who said a word of the day today. And if you have beautiful language usage, I will take note of that too. In case any pronunciation or grammatical error, I will take notes on that part, on the matter too. As timer, I will be using this green, yellow, and red. And when you see green means you reach your minimum time. This is in between minimum and maximum. And when you see red, you will only have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. I will be putting note on the chat if for the timing things, how many for the prepared speech, for the table topic and everything. So please wait and see in the chat. Next for our counter, I will be take note of the filler word. What is filler word? The a, I, u. Let me show my face. The a, oh, that one. So I am your whole team today, Amy. Unfortunately, haha. Over to you.
Thank you, Ayu. I also want to, sorry, there's a wasp that just flew in here. I also want to hear a significant change in your life, please.
I like that. That is a good change. Adapt to it.
This morning, my changing of life is take the challenge of doing 3 rows in a row. How about that?
Yeah. Amy had a challenge of a bee, and the way she adapted is by switching off her video. So our Toastmaster of the day is struggling with a bee.
Oh,
And then
really?
invited guest.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will sort the bee out. Okay, Ayu, thank you. Thank you for that. And the next person who's helping me out that I would like to introduce is our or general evaluator, Deja. Deja, would you like to introduce your role and tell us a big significant change in your life this year, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. My name is Deja, and I will be your general evaluator for today's meeting. I will be conducting the evaluation portion of our meeting and calling on each team member to assist me with giving feedback to our speakers and evaluate the entire meeting from beginning to end. Big changes in my life. I've had a few this past year. I've moved. I just booked a 2-week trip to Spain. I've done a lot of traveling. I just haven't been in one place. And I'd like to keep it up. I kind of like being busy. So those are the big changes happening in my life. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Deja. Sorry. I don't know, I'm just fumbling on my words. I am there with you with traveling and visiting many places. The more cultures and the different experiences we can take in, really just, it's fruit for life. Now, I would like to move on to the first part of our meeting today, which is our prepared speeches. And our first speaker is a guest speaker who has visited the club twice. This is her second time visiting the club. and speaking with us. So we're honored to have her. And bear with me 1 second, sorry. Tarero Dorcas Matiberi, proudly from Zimbabwe, a young wife, a mother of one. She is currently a teaching assistant under her school's special needs department. She is a lawyer by profession, public speaker by passion, and coffee, anime, and horror movie lover by choice. Tarero is a 3-time author and occasional adrenaline junkie. This is, yeah, loving your intro, Tarero. Our speech that we're going to hear today is from level 5 team building, and it is titled Go Together. Tarero?
Sorry, just to point out to the timer that it's the first speech for 2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes. 2
Yes.
to 3 minutes. Okay, it's sure 2 to 3 minutes, not 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, ma'am, 2 to 3 minutes.
There's an African proverb that goes something like this. If you want to go far, go alone. But if you want to go fast, go together. Madame Table Topics, Madame Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmasters far and wide, and Odiegis, good evening. In today's particular topic, my focus will be to highlight a project that I have in mind for my club. In my last speech, I spoke on how our club is struggling in terms of membership, in terms of bringing people together and coming together. In light of this, I've organized a majestic event for team building, not just for my club, but for the other clubs in our area that are struggling. In this team building session, my hope is that we will be able to know each other on a different level and on a deeper level. Oftentimes I found that because no man is an island, it is easier for us to work together, to come together, to plan things, brainstorm, and build on a particular idea. With this project that I have in mind, I hope that I can bring together not just my club, Phoenix International Toastmasters Club, but another club that I'm coaching as well, Galaxy Toastmasters Club, to work together to be the best clubs that they can be for our Division E, which is in District 116. It is true that if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but it is better to go far as a team. As a team, you get to do more things. You come to understand that the next person might have an idea that you never thought of. The next person might have an alternative perspective that you never thought of as well. I am hoping to work on different aspects of team building, from projects on mind maps, from projects on discovering who we are as a team, to also trying to work on different mental challenges that will challenge and stimulate our mindset. In light of this project, I do hope that we are not stronger club, but stronger teammates, stronger members, and stronger leaders. Whatever you do today, do remember, for whatever project you have in life, whether it's for your club or for your own day-to-day life, to go fast, go together. And to go far, be together. Over to you, Madame Toastmaster.
Wow. Thank you, Tarero. That is an inspiring and motivating speech. No man is an island, and we're all in this together. That is beautiful to hear that. I would be really feeling proud if I was part of your club right now. Hear a speech like that. You are also very lucky that you will have the great Tiger McAndy, who will be evaluating your speech. So you'll get some fabulous feedback on that in a little while, in the latter part of the meeting. Our next speaker this morning is Michelle Alablin. I'm not having a good day for names, I'm sorry. Michelle is foundational to this club and really brings such finesse with the speeches that she delivers here. And her speech today is saving the squirrels, ducks, and so on. And in this speech, Michelle will share her passion for saving things from being discarded or destroyed. And I also will just mention your evaluator, Michelle. The evaluator for Michelle will be our club champion, I believe, or even further than that, Yasmin. And so you're also going to hear a fantastic feedback on this speech that I can't wait to hear. So I'm going to hand it over to you now, Michelle.
Okay. Actually, it would be good for you to just wait because I apologize. I was muted and I had my screen off because I was trying to get my slides together. Anyway, this is my latest passion. I have been going around our neighborhood and trying to save pieces of ornaments or vases, things that people are either just leaving on the side of their yards, and or sometimes they just get so tired of them because they look so ugly, and they take them away and they either throw them or put them in the trash. And as far as I'm concerned, these are pieces of art. They may not be expensive, but there's beauty. In my eyes, I see the potential. And this is where I will apologize to the viewers because I had wanted to show the before and the after. That's not happening. So you'll see both of them, the before and the after, together at the same time. Let's take a squirrel. This squirrel was, I think it was at the back, close to the dump. And I saw it and I said, he looks so real, but he just looks so faded and sad. So I picked him up. This was the squirrel before I cleaned it up, and you can see it was on newspaper. I was scrubbing it and cleaning it and then let it dry. Then I started working on it. There were actually 2 squirrels. So now they're both done and they're in front of our cottage. And I have people passing by and thinking that they're real squirrels. Anyway, you can see the 2 of them here now. And I think Tiger and Ayu and Deja, you actually saw them here. Or maybe, I don't know if you noticed them because they were right there when you come up. This is our ramp here going up.
Yeah, Michelle, are you already sharing your screen? Have you already shared your screen?
Oh, I'm sorry. So, gosh, sorry. Okay, tell you, I didn't get my coffee yet. I am so sorry. Okay. Very embarrassing. This is something anyone should not do. Get your slides ready beforehand. So this is, I was talking about this squirrel before he was cleaned up. I found him somewhere. And here's the finished products. There's 2 of them. And this squirrel is this one holding the pine cone. I'll move on to the second Where is it? Oh no. Okay, now the ducks were actually much harder to do because they were just plain. There was no outline, no design on them. And I Googled mallard ducks. Mallard ducks are beautiful. You can Google it later on, Mallard. And I did my best. It was hard because the ducks were stretched out, their necks were stretched out. So I had to put this design here. But now I have the two ducks again in our front yard, our front lawn. This, a neighbor has said that is incredible. So these ducks, now you have them here, several coats of paint, and I set them up in such a way that it looks natural. It looks like maybe they would move away. I just wish they were a little bigger because I always say, well, they're still baby ducks. They'll get bigger later on. And then a third example, and this one I really enjoyed doing. I don't know why my slide is doing this. This vase, you can see it even has this, somebody tried to patch it up, but it was sad looking. This was the one that was being thrown in the dumpster. And I said, I can fix that up. And it, again, took some time cleaning, and then here's my finished product. So I hope you can see the difference. I just love doing these things. I used to love painting and paper mache and different kinds of artwork before, but I could not imagine just getting a piece of canvas or just starting from scratch. But what I'm doing, I'm actually I'm rescuing these pieces and then creating something beautiful out of them. In fact, when we get back from our long trip, we're going to be in the Philippines for a long time, about 5 months. When we get back, I'm going to post a sign amongst our neighbors and ask them if they have anything, just text me or let me know, and I'll go and pick it up. I'm sure I'm going to have far more pieces to save, to rescue than I can actually work on. But then I'll have a choice. So what about you? What passion or maybe just a little inclination you have that you could develop? It might be, maybe if you can sew, a sewing machine, maybe you can remodel things, or maybe you work with wood, or whatever skills you have. It is an incredible feeling. Having these pieces that are just ready to be trashed, working on them, cleaning them, or whatever you need to do to make them ready, and then painting them, in my case, it gives me a feeling of creation. And for in my eyes, they look magnificent. And it also gives me a magnificent feeling of birthing, of transforming something from just a piece of ready to be trashed to something that's beautiful. So that's my sharing for you and my inspiration, I hope, for anyone here who has some spare time. And even if you don't have spare time, create the time. Then you will feel magnificent. Back to you, Madame.
Wow, Michelle, wow. That is a majestic expression of creativity there. I love that. I revel in seeing things being brought back to life. And that is really what you're doing there, giving it a new life with your own creative expression. And so many things happen there. It's like love, happiness, reuse. You're pleasing many, many things and the environment. Oh, I love it. That is, I hope to hear another speech when you continue, as continued on. This is now, as we continue, and we're changing to the next part of our meeting, and is time for table topics. And this is our impromptu speaking, and our impromptu speaking will be led by our majestic president, who is a really, really fantastic speaker, as well as just like the most patient and beautiful person that like has so much time for all of us, and also just brings so much enthusiasm and excitement to anything that she does when she's on the screen or off the screen. She really holds this club together, and I'm excited to see her now make everyone sweat and squirm because they have to do some impromptu speaking. Over to you, Yasmin.
Is it me or is it Rukaiya? I think TTM is Ruku.
Oh, it's Rukai. Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry, I didn't pick up on that. I took that from, oh. I have to save that intro for when I'm bringing you in later on. Rikayu, you two are amazing. Oh, I feel silly now. You are also very special, and you bring a real uniqueness to this club. And being the VP, you're our vice president in education now, aren't you? Yeah, and doing an amazing job at it, as I get updated every week. So I'm excited to see how you make everyone sweat. So over to you, Rikayu.
Thank you so much, Ms. Toastmaster of the Day. I will just share my screen, and you all have to speak about a sentence that is written on the slide that you get, using the words which are written below it. But the twist is every speaker has to use the word of the day, majestic, in whatever speaking they are doing. It would be 1 to 2 minutes, and here is my screen. So first of all, I would like to choose Tiger. Are you there?
I am here.
Okay, here you go. Your sentence is, I was on verge of losing when I got a ray of hope for change. And you have to use words, buds, twigs, and nest. It is not necessary to use every word, but you can try to use them all, and using the word of the day is a must.
Thank you, Ms. Table Topics Master, for allowing me to start this session. Can you leave those words up there? It was birds, twigs, and nests. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, here we go. I recently have a major change in my life. Just a few months ago, I was living with my stepfather in a house, taking care of him and working online. Now, just a few short months later, I am living in a motorhome in a nice park with big trees and lots of birds. I love the birds when they're flying around, finding twigs and then making nests. It is the coolest thing. I love birds. Anybody that knows me knows that as I get older, and this is kind of funny because when I was young, I used to always make fun of bird watching. When I was at university, I had a bird watching club, and my attitude was, why in the world would anyone want to go out and spend a day watching birds? And now I spend hours just doing that. I have a hummingbird feeder. I don't know if you know what a hummingbird is. They're the really small birds that fly really fast, and they're a riot because there'll be 4 or 5 of them fighting over the feeder. There's plenty of food for everybody, but for some reason they like to have these little wars and they fly so fast you can hardly see them. But there are crows and doves and wild turkeys, robins, and so on and so forth. It's just fantastic. I love birds. I love watching them nest, and twigs are good for many things, nesting, and they also make really good fire starter. It's another one of my passions is campfire. That's a story for another time. That was a magnificent question. Back to you.
Thank you, Tiger. Now I choose Stefan for the next table topic. Stefan?
Yes. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
This is the sentence for you. Change is inevitable and we are prone to it. Now, while speaking, you have to use words focus and end. And please try to use the word of the day, majestic.
Okay. First of all, sorry, due to maybe some network issue, I cannot see the screen. So I just get your words. The first words is focus, right?
Yes, it's focus and end.
End, okay. 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 So since I'm working on consumer industry, yeah, right now. So I work for Meta company, the former Facebook, yeah, company. So we making the hardware for the people and the user. So we are focusing on to delivering the great product and with great quality to end user and delight our customers. So this is our mission, and we are happy to get the positive feedback from our customer. They like our products. Say, for example, the VR products, the smart speakers, also the wearable products as well. So we are happy to get the positive feedback from our customer. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stefan, for answering.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon Yash. Yash, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so for you, this is the sentence. Our mindset is an actual hurdle in process of change, but only our mindset could change us. Now you have to speak about the sentence or tell a story about the sentence while using the words embrace and discomfort.
There is an old saying that if you cannot control your mind will control you. That is what exactly happens with every one of us here. When we are in an initial stage of doing anything, be it when you were adolescent per se, when I was adolescent, I used to cribble about things, right? And I was discomforted whenever I was brought into an occasion per se, which is beyond my comfort zone. Say, for example, when I gave my boards in 10th standard, this was the first time I was giving my boards, but previous to that, we did not have 2 years exam conducted by the college, by our school. So that giving exams for the first time in 10th standard after a gap of 2 years was a discomfort for me. And I almost cried and I did not embrace the change that was happening to me. So as a result, my results were that I did not perform well in 10th. Same thing happened with me in 12th. But over the period of time, whenever challenges were put on me, I realized one thing, that if no challenge is bigger than, no challenge is difficult to conquer, right? And we are bigger than the challenges per se, right? So I try to focus my brain in such a direction that I am not cribbing about the facts, but I'm taking the challenge as an opportunity to grow. And that mindset made me do things which were beyond my expectations. I got in my college, I got best student of the year, and in my company, I've been performing well since last 3 years. So that is it. So again, it's my mindset which I have changed, which is causing all the positive impacts on my life. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you so much, Yash, for sharing your story. Now, I would like to call upon E.T.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. For you, the sentence is never accept the conditions without practicing for change. You have to tell a short story or anything related to the sentence while using the words learnings and lifestyle.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, in this world, we should never accept the condition without practicing for change. Yes, my life is quite terrible during pandemic. I survived from this pandemic because I changed my lifestyles. I become more healthy, and I took some learnings from this situation, especially how I can be in online meeting. I was a very shy person for the first time I joined online meeting in Zoom, to be exact. I will be the one that turn off my camera, turn off my microphone, and turn off all of the chat that come to try to ask me to say anything. You wouldn't believe it, right? But that's true. I decide to change because because I know that this condition should not be permanent. This condition is temporary. I need to learn. I need to have these learnings that I took from this pandemic to become my new lifestyle. And if you haven't practicing any change, you do nothing. You will only stuck in your, yes, your, can you imagine? Yourself. Your ET 1.0 will never be ET 2.0 if I don't embrace the change. So that's the key condition that keeps me trying my best in learnings to get a new lifestyle. Back to you, TTM.
Thank you so much, E.T. It was really majestic. Now, for my next table topic, Kunang, are you up for speaking? Kunang, are you there?
Yes, I just hear you
Would you
right
like to
now.
speak?
Yes.
Okay. This is for you. Investing time in change is essential. You have to speak a story or anything related to the sentence using words, choices, and chances.
Okay, thank you. Investing time in change is essential. Choice. Thank you. You need to invest with the
Internet can, I think she lost the internet.
So should I move forward or wait for her?
I think we can have her if she's back, but in favor of time, I advise you to move.
So can I take more? Is there time left?
Okay, looks like she's back.
sorry. Yes, and yes, investing in time to make a change is really a choice for me. At the first time when I didn't have enough internet connection, I make a choice with time by I I I try by myself without helping from any other is including my parents or family because they don't like me to using a lot of internet, but I make time and make a choice by trying to use Facebook, and then I got to the internet and I joined Toastmaster, and it's expectedly, but it's a choice. Thus, I speak English not so well, so I make it happen, and I'm not really confident when I'm speaking in front of people because I am feeling shy. So I try again and again. So right now I feeling more confident when I'm speaking, even though sometimes I'm not know anything, but I just speak out. And the other thing is that I make a I make a chance for my life by trying to learn new things like communication with the people from all around the world. I am improving my English language by learning self-learning from YouTube and from the other apps like Elsa Speaks. And I try to learn English with Lucy from England. Yes, it's not regularly, but I make a chance to learn English because I want to learn English with a native English speakers. So make a chance is a choice. Dealing with times. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hunai. It was beautiful. Can I go for some more?
Well, in terms of time, one more, please. Thank you, Ruku.
Okay. Is there anybody who wants to take up a table topic voluntarily? Anybody willing to speak? Teja? Okay. Here you go. World would only change when you take the initial step. Please speak some story or something related to the sentence using necessary and habit, and also the word of the day suggested by you.
Your world will only change when you take the initial step, using the words necessary and habit. I believe taking the initial step is necessary, or else you will never get to the final step. I can see where you would want to change some unhealthy habits. And to do so would be to take that initial step to stop that habit. There are many habits that I have that I would like to change, like eating too much sugar and to change that habit, to change my world and the unhealthy habits that I have in it, I have to take that initial step and say no to sugar, to desserts, more than once a day. I want to change my world. I want to conquer the world. And to do that, I need to change my habits into healthy habits. I heard once that excellence comes from doing things consistently. And habits are something you do consistently, but those habits can be bad or good. And to achieve excellence, I want to be consistent in my healthy habits. And to do that, I got to take the first step and change my world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Teja. Now, with this, I would like to end this session and hand back the virtual floor again to our Toastmaster of the day, Amy.
Thank you very much, Riku. That was a really majestic format for table topics. I was blown away by that. That is a nice sort of mind bender in a different way. Like that definitely you up the game. I was really impressed with that, and also all those answers and just hearing these inspiring ways that change can come into our lives. I am going to lead you on, and it's actually my time to hand over to, this is the change in the meeting when we transition from doing our speaking, our impromptu and our prepared speeches, and we transition over to evaluations and getting all our feedback, hearing how we've all done with our speaking. Leading this section of the meeting is Dea, who is she is taken over as the role of the Vice President of PR. I know I'm not saying the title of that right. It was my role last year as well. So, and she is really taking this on, and also just in everything. Every time I hear Dea speak, it's really motivating. I find Dea very motivating, and just really taking each day challenges, seeing what's there, seeing how she can broaden, push herself and grow. And for me, that's really inspiring. I love that there's other people like that in the club, and that I'm hearing about that, and just it's fuel for myself as well, and hopefully for everyone else. So I hand it over to your capable hands, Dea.
Thank you, Amy. That was a lovely introduction. And I will save you and help you with my name. It is spelled D-E-J-A-H, and it's got a long E. So I like to say it's like Dijon mustard. So you say Deja instead of, a lot of people want to say deja vu, but it's Deja with a long E. All right. The theme of today's meeting was changes. And our Toastmaster of the day was Amy from Ireland. We had our prepared speeches first. The first speaker being Tariro, and her speech titled Go Together. She has a majestic presence, doesn't she? I'll go ahead and pass this on to Tiger to give his official evaluation of Tariro's speech.
Well, thank you so much, General Evaluator Deja with a long E. And thank you for that, because I've been wanting to say Deja also. Wow, wasn't this a magnificent speech? I'm going to give my speech evaluation using an acronym that is speech, starting with S. This is a classic example of great structure. She started out with a quote. Her body talked specifically about that quote, team building. And she ended with the same quote. That is beautiful. It's a great example of structure. Very well done. Presentation. I appreciate the fact that she was standing up. She used lots of hand gestures. Her eye contact was very good. Her vocal variety was good. I could recommend that perhaps a little more vocal variety would have been good, but overall, I would say it was very well done. Enthusiasm. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Is this woman enthusiastic about what she was talking about? If she's selling, I'm buying. This was a very passionate speech. Engaging. This is a topic that we can all relate to because she not only talked about team building, but she talked about it in the sense of Toastmasters and bringing a club together. I think that we can all relate to the struggling Toastmaster club because this is going on over the world. So great topic for this audience. Communicate a message. Is anybody in the room not sure what the message was? Because if you weren't sure, then you need another cup of coffee because to me, it was very, very, very clear. Team building. We are all in this together. No man is an island. So the message was very clear. We get to my last thing, and everyone knows me, knows this is important, and not just for me. I think it's very important in speaking. Humor. This is the only recommendation I have for our speaker today, is to add some humor. I know it's a short speech. I know it's a serious speech, but a little bit of humor would make it even more engaging. And if you're going to do this as a long speech, and I would highly recommend that you change this into a long speech when you get the opportunity, add some storytelling. And in that storytelling, add some humor. This is a wonderful speech. I'm glad that you brought it today. And I encourage you to bring this to more Toastmaster audiences. Back to you, Ms. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Tiger. And yes, I agree with you. Well-structured speech, and you can tell that it was very thought out. I will actually be keeping it on my mind today, that African proverb, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast, go together. Our second speaker was Michelle, who spoke improvisationally about transformation and creating. I will pass the baton on to her evaluator, which is Yasmin.
Thank you so much, ma'am, General Evaluator. If you all are given the challenge to have an improvised speech and engage every single one, would you be able to do that? If the answer is no, you have to hear the speaker today. She made it say yes. Every single person was keenly listening and I can bet no one missed a second or distracted for a second as to what she was going to tell about. And why was it that? Why were we so glued with the speech? It's because of its simplicity, right? And the passion. We could clearly see that someone is doing something with passion, is leading by action. So definitely we all were enjoying whatever you were saying. And the beauty of things, the spark was the visuals. The moment we saw the contrast, the moment we saw how things were earlier and how were they given life by Michelle, I think we all had another life, inside us thinking like, oh, wow, Michelle, this is just amazing. And that was the purpose of her project, to present things visually, present things appealable. What she did best was to have two pictures, the contrasting one, and it worked. What she did not do that well was to check with the audience if the screen is visible and to have had a coffee before starting. So definitely that's something she is going to work on. It was an impromptu speech, we all knew, And the beauty of thing is she never ever intended to hide it, saying like, oh, I have practiced it 100 times. No, she was like, I'm doing it in front of with the video off. So yeah, be honest with the audience is another thing. And what I have to advise her next time, please practice a bit because we know you have mastered the art of giving a structured speech even without practicing. And we would just love to have a speech practice to see how that practice speech would look like, because we are sure it will have more flavor of animation, tones, modulations, etc. Even without those, the speech was just awesomely awesome. Thank you for inspiring us. I love the way you closed it, saying if you have not done anything like that, you're not passionate about it, find time. And if you don't have time, create time, because this is what we all are here for. Thank you very much. Lovely speech. And I'll challenge you to use Prezi next time. With this, I'll hand it over back to you, General Evaluator, with lots of thanks to Michelle for giving the speech.
Thanks, Yasmin. Michelle is very easy to listen to, especially when she speaks so conversationally. All right, I'm going to pass it on to our grammarian. The word of the day being majestic. Our grammarian, I believe, is Ayu.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Grammarian report. Michelle mentioned the word of the day, magnificent. So I was thinking the word of the day should be majestic, but I count the magnificent too. Michelle said twice, Amy said twice, Tiger said twice, Roku one time, Deja one time. Anyone I miss? I'm sorry if I miss you. Then the beautiful usage of language. Keep it up. It's a phrasal verb, means continue. Stumbling, stumble. This is actually new for me. I want to share with you. I heard about this word so many times lately, and it means losing balance. Stumble is like losing balance by walking, but also when you lose your words, choices of words, you can use this stumble. No man is an island. Everybody seems like agree with me that Tariro bring this proverb very good, very nice. No one is self-sufficient. Everyone relies on other, and she put it together with the quote, go far, go together. If you want to go far, go together. Next is no challenge is bigger than us. This is, I believe, from Yas. And the last word that I put here is conquer, overcome, take control, from Deja. So next, my counter report, Deja. Today we are famous with and so. I heard some Another thing is and the so. This is together, and the so together. Some repeat word in I, the word I. For timer report is Tariro in 2-3 minutes. Speech is 2 minutes 58. Michelle 7:09. In table topic, Tiger 2 minutes 04. Stephen, not Stephen.
It's 8 hours.
1 minute 01. Yes, 2 minutes 12. Elios 2 minutes 14. Kunang 2 minutes 11. Deja 1 minute 37. On the evaluation portion of the meeting, Tiger 2 minutes 59. Ooh, Yasmin 2 minutes 57. So that's my report, Deja. Madam General Evaluator, over to you.
Thank you, Ayu. We received a grammarian, counter, and timer report from you. Very impressive juggling all 3 roles. Okay, so now I'm going to give my general evaluation of the meeting. The meeting started on time and it flowed naturally. Our two prepared speakers were excellent. And our table topics, Ruku, such an imaginative and challenging round of table topics. We had time for 6 speakers. Our first speaker, Tiger, spoke about the recent change in his life and the ray of hope that came in the form of majestic birds. One of our other speakers, Yash, stated, if you cannot control your mind will control you. And he went on to explain that he did not embrace the change that was happening to him. These are excellent parts of table topics that I found worth noting and bringing back up to you guys again. Something to ruminate on as you go through your day. Providing some constructive criticism. I would like to see more of my club prepared for their roles. I am the most guilty of this. But we are a capable and talented club, and I want to challenge us to do better. That is why we're here, to challenge ourselves and become better, to transform as the caterpillar changes into the majestic butterfly. Overall, I thought it was a great meeting, and you guys are obviously very capable people who have done this before. And I look forward to seeing you guys do your thing again and improve. All right, I'll pass it back on to our Toastmaster of the day, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Deja. Better? Deja? No.
Deja, like Dijon
Deja.
mustard.
Oh, okay, it's the E that I'm not doing right. Deja. Yes. Okay. Thank you. That was, I muted myself. That was really great. All those evaluations and just hearing all that feedback. That's so powerful to have that. That's how we learn in Toastmasters. We are now at the end of our meeting, and how are we doing for time? Are we okay? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Wow, then I'm getting thumbs up everywhere. Nice. I've already given this lovely lady an introduction and then realized that it wasn't her roles. So I'll do a short and sweet, and then everyone we can re-edit and loop that one in from earlier. So Yasmin, I'd like to hand it over to you, our majestic president, for to close us out on the meeting today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Amy. You need a big round of applause for being back and for bringing back all your energy and, lively, how do you call it? The liveliness. Is this the right word? I don't know, but yeah, we felt your presence again. Thank you. Thank you for being back again and actively back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all familiar faces here. Nevertheless, it's always important to get to know, have a feedback for our meeting. I would love to hear from Tariro, as she's here second time, and I'm very curious to know if she finds our evaluation valuable enough. Tariro, do you have any feedback for us?
Thank you very much. Yes, I do. I love your evaluation sessions as always. All your evaluators, from the speaker evaluators to the general evaluator, are always on point. The advice that you give is always quite helpful. I remember the last time that I did my speech, I had an evaluation point where the suggestion was that I should be more up close in terms of the camera. So to hear my speaker mention that my eye contact was okay because I was up close, that was a yay for me. And as always, Deja's evaluation as well is always good in terms of the general evaluation that you gave. Your meetings always start on time. I know I have another engagement, and I was so glad that you started on time. Everything flowed smoothly. Your table topic session was amazing. It was mind-blowing the way she set up those questions and the way she set up the words that we're supposed to use in the table topic itself. Thank you very much for always having such spectacular meetings and for always being such lively members. Even your members, I can feel the energy from the moments they speak to just general speaking at the beginning. I love it, and thank you very much for always sparing time for me. Thank you.
Wow, Teriro, I think most of our members here are not gonna sleep if it is the time to sleep, or maybe have a day later, spreading sweets around. You have had given us such a wonderful feedback. We sincerely appreciate that, and we sincerely appreciate the feedback from an I hate to call this as an outsider advice, but I would say yes, a neutral feedback. Stephen, I just want to convey to you that we miss you when you are not with us, and this is your club. Feel free and please come and visit us every time. How do you feel, Stephen? Do you feel more comfortable than you were in your first meeting? Maybe, I don't know, maybe a month before? You have been joining us for so many times. How do you feel? Do you feel some change in yourself?
Yes, I feel some change for myself. Yeah. So sorry, so I cannot catch up the previous meeting. Yeah, I was supposed to be a timer, but at that time I was on national holidays. So I was drunk at that day. So I cannot pick up the phone call. So I missed the meeting. Sorry. Yes, apologize for that. Yeah. So yeah, this is a really great, the conversation with you guys. Yeah, so I learned a lot from you guys. So how to do a powerful speech, to do the eye contact, and also to using the words, yeah, crisp words and the sharp words. Yeah, also Dija, yeah, also the general evaluator to share a lot of best practice. Yeah, how to develop a healthy habit, a wealthy habit. Actually, I have a book. Yeah, is how to develop a healthy or wealthy habit. Yeah, maybe in 30 days. Yeah, so this is very important. Best practice sharing. Yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, thank you for. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. We love your just to learn, because that's what stands at the heart of all of us. We are all here for learning, a continuous learning process. So we really like you to attend more and more of the meetings, and we would love to have your speech. I know you have been considering to be RSS member, so we will love to have your speech in near future.
Thank you so much.
I'm just not going to give the floor to ET because we know so much about him, and we know he is just too majestic to give the floor. He's just not going to switch off his video and mic. But ET, we really love your presence to keep visiting us. We have Stephen here, and Stephen, do you have any piece of advice for us before I call it a day?
Me? Sorry, I missed the whole meeting. My boss called me for work. I worked for the last 1 hour. So I'm sorry I missed this meeting. It sounds like it's a great meeting, but I will watch the replay. Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for arranging, balancing, your boss and RSS meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have no announcements for the members at the moment. I'll reserve it when we have a bigger group. But for the Exco, those who are here, please stay. We will for 20 minutes. And here I officially close the meeting.